Kush's movie review.
Have you ever wondered, hmm, this Flaming Hot Cheetos is a lovely snack. I wonder how this snack came to be. If only there was a feature film that was on Hulu for me to learn about its creation. Well, you're in luck because you can go to Hulu right now and watch a movie called Flaming Hot, starring some people and directed by Eva Longoria. Saying, oh, I remember the name this time.
Mhm.
Flaming Hot. Kush, take it away and I'll chime in whenever.
Yeah, man. So I definitely this is like the fifth time you and I have seen a movie that I'm reviewing. But I also think this is the fifth time we've just had a movie on streaming. So it's one of those reviews. This is still collecting a PG-13 rating. It is 1 hour and 39 minutes, and because it's Hulu, it has three commercial breaks, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever. As you said, Mike Fish, this is Ava Longoria's directorial feature debut. Um, I know her name. I don't know what I've seen her in.
Desperate
I don't even know
Housewives.
if What'd you say?
Desperate Housewives.
Never watched it.
She was the Latina MILF on Desperate Housewives. Oh
Okay.
my good lord.
Scratch that. I saw one episode of Desperate Housewives. It was in that very first season where the buzz was very hot. I watched it and I went, for as much sex as promised in this show, this should have been on HBO. This is some bullshit. It's not a good show. And then it did 4 seasons and then the last one on for another three. So, but who cares? Um,
Also,
this is
yeah,
written
in the
by
year 2000,
oh
she did famously play flight attendant number three on an episode of Beverly Hills 90210. Does that help? Does that help?
okay, does not help, but okay, I appreciate you at least went back into her history.
I'm
That's
trying.
promising, promising. Guess this is written by Louis Colick and Linda Chavez. It is based on a book by Richard Montanez, who is the subject of this film. His book is called A Boy, a Burrito, and a Cookie from Janitor to Executive. And Jesse Garcia plays Richard. Uh, Annie Gonzalez plays Judy. And Dennis Haysbert plays Clarence Charisma Jones. I forget his last name. I didn't write it down. My bad. It's a great movie. It's at least a good movie. I wish it got a theatrical release. I don't know why they decided to just let it go to Hulu. I feel like they discounted it a bit. I appreciate the 1 hour and 43 minutes it is. Hated the commercial breaks. But this is a movie about a guy like he had his troubles in the past. He has a unique situation upon his upbringing. But once he found, purpose, he's got a wife, Judy. She's pregnant. They eventually have two kids. He's like, I can't be gangbanging. I can't be fucking selling drugs on the street. I can't keep going to jail, which he has a record. He never graduated high school. Like he's painted in the corner, but that doesn't stop him at all. Um, he keeps pushing forward. He doesn't take no for an answer. When people say like these are the boundaries, man, like we're the bottom of the bunch. Those are the engineers. Those are the managers. Those are the guys who actually like are executives. And up there, those are the guys who answer to the guys who answer to the guys. He's just like, I'm going to talk to the smartest guy here, and I'm going to ask for advice. Like he doesn't take shit for granted. Most folks, I think, would turn their nose up at working for Frito Lay, and I think in this movie, most folks turn their nose up for working at Frito Lay. However, he's just like, this is an opportunity. This is me being able to support my family, my wife, my two kids. We're raising everybody in Southern California. Things are expensive. Blah 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 blah. Um, takes 10 years for him to finally like find his mark. Like he goes out of his way to learn everything. On his day off, he comes in and learns how the product is distributed by just hanging out with the drivers. Every other day, he comes in an hour early, learns how this machine works, learns what that guy does. What do you do up there? I would like to know more. The message of this movie is you can be a hard worker, but there's always more work to do. Be the best that you can, learn everything. Like things, this is a historical drama. So there are times where we talk about, like, oh yeah, Reagan was in office and then everybody was broke. When Bush was elected, the original Bush, not the son of Bush, we still went to war and that affected things. Like at one point, the plant is getting ready to close, and then that's when he finally comes up with the idea of like, what if we made Cheetos spicier? Like, and guess what? That family doesn't ask for permission. They just start making their own formula until they get it right, and it takes weeks to months of their own money to make this thing. So, um, eventually, they figure out the formula. They get in touch with the CEO of Pepsi, who owns Frito Lay, and it goes on from there. But this is a fantastic movie. Ava Longoria tells a story that needs to be told. Other than the three commercial breaks, my biggest complaint is they take that gimmick from Ant-Man, where Michael Pena is explaining to everybody in his voice, but you see like white people talking like Orla Holmes, and then and blah blah blah, like they're talking with Michael Pena's voice.
It
They
was
do
very
that a
funny.
couple times, and it's funny in Ant-Man. It can be funny in this movie, but once they break rule of three, I'm just done with it. Like we get it. Um, However, having said that, I think this guy has an incredible story. I think everybody should see this movie. It's a very strong 4 out of 5. Um, this is like one of the most great American stories that has been created. This guy started from nothing, came from nothing, was at the bottom of the totem pole, was told, not only can you not do this, but don't do this. And then he just did it and made it work. Like this is the dream, dude. So I Kush Hayes' digestive system cannot stomach flaming hot anything. But god damn it, man. I love a success story, and this is one of the best success stories out there, maybe since The Founder with Michael Keaton about McDonald's.
Well, at least this one has a happier ending than the founder.
The Founder screwed over a lot of people in that, for sure, for sure, for sure. But this, yeah, this dude did it. And yeah, man, everyone should fucking take an example from this, man. Like, as hard as we work, we can always be working harder.
And or
And don't
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 give
don't
up.
settle
Don't give
for
up
what
too
your
easy.
level. Don't give up too easy or ever. Like this guy went 10 years. Some folks give up after a week. Some folks give up after 2 years.
3. But no,
Ooh,
I was just
three,
saying
five.
before we hit recording, I was saying so, 'cause obviously I was watching this was on Hulu, so I was like, oh, I'll watch this movie, um,
Cool.
just so I can have some insights on it, maybe. But yeah, I just put it on, and yeah, I could be forgiven, as I said to Kush before the recording, but I could be forgiven to thinking that a biopic about the guy that came up with the idea of flaming hot Cheetos that goes straight to Hulu, probably not going to be like the most pivotal movie that I see in my lifetime. But then I got about 20 minutes in, and it's like this is a very well done movie. Like
Yeah, man.
shout out to not only the actors, it was very well acted, but also just everything around it. I guess the script was very good, the directing was very. It was just a very tight movie. It was a very good movie. So I was like, actually, you know what? No, rather than just having this on, I'm going to stop this and I come back to this, start it again. I'm actually going to focus on this because I'm glad that I did because there were moments, as always, when it comes to these kind of biopics. where there was some obviously some exaggeration, where all the kind of Sylvester Stallone Rocky type inspirational speeches and the moments of when he's like telling his wife, "I hope you understand. There would be no me without you." And I'm like, "Oh my god, she did stand by him. Oh my god." It's beautiful. But and then as the credits roll and they show pictures of the real him and his family, and it's an adorable story. I'm sure if I did some research, I'm sure I'd find some inaccuracies to this, and it kind of deflate my love of this story. So I'm not going to bother. As far as I'm concerned, this story is one. This is a documentary, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm going to sleep well because of it.
People like to drag people through the mud. And while this isn't like a blockbuster, this isn't getting a major theatrical release, which is kind of disappointing. It should at least get a minor theatrical release. I know there was some promotion here in San Francisco that I couldn't make, um, but still, like this is a very well told family story. Like the guy is just all about his wife. He's all about his family. He did some bad stuff in the back in the day, but he learned from his mistakes. He then went on. He wanted to be better at his job. And when he mastered his job, he wanted to be as good, if not better, at other people's jobs. And like again, like I don't like coming in early. I don't like staying late. I just don't. And while I would like to learn other people's craft, there's only so much time in the day for me. And I don't even have kids or a wife. All right. But this guy is just like, no, it's my day off. I gotta learn how the bags are set out in the fucking convenience store. All right. Like,
Yeah, that
so
was weird
much
when
can
he
be
was
learned
helping
from this movie.
deliver the produce.
That's right. So much
But
can be
it
learned from this. So much should be inspired from this. This was a fantastic story. Um, of the four movies about industry this year, that is Tetris. We definitely reviewed that. Um, we talked about Air. We're now talking about Flamin' Hot. The only thing we haven't seen is Blackberry, which is the story of the Blackberry phone. And
sure that's a
it, that just never
crazy.
made it to our fucking Cineplex, our 12 screen Cineplex. So
So it's not even.
shame
I
on
don't
you,
understand how
indies.
that, because I appreciate that the BlackBerry was a very big icon. A lot of
Yes, it
people had that
was.
as a huge thing. But like
Hmm.
with like just the internet. Oh, hey, did you ever hear the story about how Flaming Hot Cheetos was created? No, that's actually interesting. I want to hear about that. Oh, did you ever hear the story about Michael Jordan got his Nike deal? Oh, no, that
Hmm.
sounds interesting. Did you ever hear the crazy story about how these guys got the rights, or so they thought, from Russia from Tetris, and how that? Oh no, tell me more. And then, oh, did you ever hear? Do you want to hear the story about how BlackBerry was created? Yeah,
I do actually.
I'm all right. I think it doesn't sound sexy to me, but there you go.
It- it's all how you present it. When the Tetris movie was announced, and they're also like, "We think we could make this a trilogy." One, fuck you. But
Wait, they
but
thought
people
they could
didn't
make
know
that a
what that meant.
trilogy?
That was in the press release. Yes, sir.
Oh no, that's too much. Too
But we
much.
didn't know
Too.
what that meant. Like we also had a thing called the Emoji movie. Okay,
Oof.
we had the Angry Birds movie. We had the Emoji movie. We're like, so are the blocks characters? Like you didn't know what to make of that. But when it turns like, oh no, it's actually the story about how the fucking game was created and produced. That's a story. That's a story. All right. Um, if we could create a story about how my boots were created, that's a story. But everything is all in the promotion. So, however, Flamin' Hot, the story of how the Flamin' Hot Cheeto was created, 4 out of 5. It is a fantastic story. It's a perfect American story. Again, we came from nowhere. Now we're millionaires, and it took a goddamn long while to get there, but we didn't stop, and then we made it. Like, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on ideas. Try to figure shit out. Try to be better. You might slip every now and then, but be better. That's what
And
makes
may
this
I
movie
say,
great.
what makes this movie great for me was one, the running time is fantastic.
The running time is
Two,
awesome.
the pacing of the movie is fantastic. In that
It's very tight. It's very
you
fast. It's
you get
very limber.
enough.
You
Like
and you can still figure out what's going on.
it's not too depressing in the beginning, but it's done enough. Like there's
No,
enough for you to go, oh Jesus, this guy, oh, he's in a hard way, but it doesn't drag it out too much. Like
yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness.
This movie does start with this man being beaten as a kid, but it is just one time, and we just go forward, and that's we know that happened, and it is probably happening his entire life until X point. Yeah.
Like I'm pretty Pursuit of Happiness. That was a true story, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a terror. That was a horribly paced movie because it was just all I just remember was, oh, something's bad happening. Oh God, this is depressing. Oh my God, this is so depressing. Oh my God, this is depressing. Oh my God, this is depressing. Oh my God, this is depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, happy ending. Credits. It was like too much. Oh, jeez. I just left the theater with a
You might
black
have to
cloud over
visit.
me.
You might have to visit San Francisco and then appreciate that movie. Maybe I'm biased. I didn't see it in the theater. I would finally
Oh,
see it
I
on like
did.
cable or whatever it was. Oh, all right. Well, it's a long movie to sit through, and yes, it is
We had
incredibly
plans
depressing.
on going out after that movie, and but after that, no, it was just it was me and the fellas. We was gonna go
Sure,
grab a
sure.
drink.
Oh, the boys went out on this?
Yeah,
Oh
that was a
no.
boys' night out. Yeah, and so by the end of the movie, we were just like, no, I just want to go home and cry myself
I
to sleep.
mean,
Jesus.
that's the date movie you take out with a chick who's like, "You want to hear this 17th poem I did about death?" that's that's who you take that movie to. You don't take the boys to see that movie. And knowing you, like they're all like football hooligans. Probably not. But that's the picture I'm going to create, anyways. And, you don't want to go see this movie with the boys, is what I'm saying for sure. Um,
No, it was we all regretted it.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did they ever let you pick another movie after that?
Oh no, I didn't. I know that was I didn't pick the
Oh, you
movie.
didn't pick it.
No, I don't know.
Who picked it?
Well, I mean,
You don't have to name his name,
yeah,
but
I was
who
gonna say
picked it?
I could literally make a name up, and you had no idea. But yeah, a friend of
Make a
mine,
name up.
Radiger.
Did Raliger get to pick another movie after that?
Yes, because he
Oh,
he was the only
very
one.
liberal of
He
you.
drove, so it
I
was like
yo soy
yeah.
comprende.
I mean I could pick a movie, but then I have to get a taxi. Ah, fuck that. Sure, Radiger wants to watch
Yo
this
soy
movie.
comprende.
Sounds good to me. But yeah, but this no, yeah, Flaming Hot, fantastic pacing, well told.
It's
Eva
very good.
Longoria,
I'm looking forward to Eva
hats
Longoria's
off.
next movie.
Very well done. And yeah, everyone was very fantastic in it. I think the lead, if, which
He's fun.
you did mention. Oh, now I've got the
I
names up
did. His
again.
name is Jesse
Jesse Garcia.
Gonzalez Garcia. Sure.
Jesse Garcia, fantastic in his role. Annie Gonzalez, fantastic. Also, not bad looking. Um,
Oh yeah, she is not an ugly woman by any means. She is very attractive.
and Dennis Haysbert as Clarence C. Baker. There we go. That was it. Baker. That was his last name.
Mr. Baker.
Very good. And they're all good. But yeah, Annie Gonzalez. Give me a call.
Oh, you're a big fan of the Miss Amy Gonzalez. All right, all right. Yeah. I'm not mad at that. She's got a couple looks over that movie. Like I want to say she has 4 or 5 looks when she's Amy Gonzalez, not her adolescent counterpart.
Want to see my flaming hot Cheeto?
Rude.
Yeah, no, don't.
Don't
Yeah,
do
that's. I think it's the first and last time I'm ever going to refer
Back
to
that
my
up.
penis as a flaming hot Cheeto.
This will be the moment you want to edit out.
Yeah.
That's all, folks.